A wonderful verse, Philippians 3:13 and 14, when he says, "Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do." What is the one thing that you need to get done today? What is the one thing? This one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind. What is he saying? I'm not living in the past. I can remember my laziness in the past, but I don't have to live there. And so I can forget what lies behind. I can be forgiven for what lies behind. And he says, press toward the mark of the high calling of God, which is in Christ Jesus. But are you pressing toward the mark? I've been working out with weights my entire life, and when I see that word, I think of the bench press. And I still, twice a week, I work out about 4 times a week, but I do the bench press twice a week. And I put weight on that bar. And there are certain weights that I can push about 20 times. I can put more weight on it, and I might drop my reps to 10. And then every now and then, about once a month, I kind of want to see how much can I really do. And I'll get real close to what's called a max, where I can only do it 1 time, maybe 2, if I'm feeling good. But the point is, I always have a mark, something that I want to push. And so I press, and I press toward that mark, whatever the weight is. And understand that God has a mark for you. Press toward the mark of the high calling of God. There is an ideal for every one of you that God says this is what you could be. If every day you got up and pressed toward the mark of the high calling of God. Every one of you has a high calling of God. And every day you should get up and say, today I want to press toward the mark of the high calling of God. And some days it might be kind of easy. You know, you can rip off about 20 reps and you hit that mark and you've done. Some days it may be really tough, and some days it may really be a strain, and you can, that's a tough to reach that mark. But every day you get up and you try to reach the mark of the high calling of God. And if you have that attitude, and try to change every day where you get up with something to do, something to be productive, something in mind that will help me to reach the high mark of the calling of God, you will find that laziness can be defeated, that procrastination can be defeated, and you can start to have an incredibly productive life.